Hey guys, I am back here because I had some bananas in the fridge that didn't have another day in them, and sometimes necessity is the mother of invention. So I thought, why not jump on here and show you guys how I make my banana oat muffins. And it's been a minute since I've made them, but I remembered the last time I did, it came out so great utilizing my blend tech instead of a hand mixer or an electric mixer. So let's give that a go. So I will link the measurements and the quantities of the dry and the wet ingredients, but more or less what you see is what you get here. So these are all the ingredients that I've used, and my dry ingredients are all in here. We're gonna mix those together and create a little well inside the center, like a little volcano well, to blend that. So let's give it a whirl. I'm just gonna pulse it. Okay, now let's see how it looks. Fabulous. Okay, I'm going to pour this in the middle, mix it up, and I will show you shortly how it looks. Okay, here is what the combination of the wet and dry ingredients looks like. And what I'm going to do to make it just easier on myself is transfer this into a glass measuring cup with a spout so that I can pour the mixture into the individual lined muffin tins without having to spoon it in. Just a little shortcut to make things easier for myself. And then I'm only gonna go about 3/4 of the way to allow room to rise. And also we have this delicious crumble topping that is butter, oats, vanilla, a little bit of salt, and that's just gonna bake alongside it. Voila. I guess it's a little too soon to say that because this is just what it looks like before it goes in the oven, but I just get excited because I know it's gonna come out even prettier than it looks going in. But fun little pro tip that I forgot to mention that I do when I bake my muffins is I put some dried lentils at the bottom, and that just helps with the baking process and more consistent bake. So, and we've got the oven preheated at 350. We're gonna try for 20 to 22 minutes with the first batch and see how it comes out. Voila, fresh out of the oven. We went, I think, exactly 22 minutes with these in the convection setting. Resist the temptation to open your oven door. I use my Kosoroi because you don't want to let the heat escape. And one thing I wanted to say is if you don't have lentils to put at the bottom of these, you can actually just do plain dry rice kernels. But look at how gorgeous these are. Here we go. This is what they look like when they come out of the oven. I'm making a larger batch than I anticipated. I actually am gonna fill my 3rd tin up, and I've got one in the oven. So you're gonna end up probably with 18 of these. Great source of fiber, potassium obviously because of the bananas, and low sugar. So you can freeze these for up to a month. And if you store them in the fridge or even room temperature, try to enjoy inside of a week, which shouldn't be too hard because I taste tested them and they are delicious. Great snack for on the go if you have kids that are hypoglycemic or husbands in my case who are. This is a great thing to have on hand. Okay, enjoy.